want to.
Sorry,
Ah!
but you're in my story now.
Oh shoot! No, I don't like this game. Oh fudge! I guess I got to.
Oh no.
Oh fudge!
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Welcome, welcome. I'm playing the Stanley Parable. I've not sure what it is. So, yeah, we'll see. I saw it on Steam, so it looks like it's very popular. So we'll give it a try. I'm not sure what to expect. Apparently it's kind of funny, so don't know.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
That sounds so
This is
boring.
what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And
Okay.
then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Bum, bum, bum.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped
can
out
move.
of his office.
Okay. Okay. So I guess I just move. Can I grab things? Do I? So I just move? I can't. Oh, left mouse button moves me
All of
forward.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's a meeting room?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That's not scary. There's paper on the floor. I don't know if I like this game. There's a lot of paper on the floor. Like,
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Hey!
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
touching everything.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go admire the lounge. Okay, so I can't open doors. Only so many.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't want to.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, I don't like this game. Oh, shoot.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Should I be scared?
You're not asking for me.
I don't like jump
I'm asking
scaring
for
games.
her.
For her? What?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
What the?
To put your work aside.
I don't like
To
this
let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I don't like jump scare. Oh no, it's dark. The fudgesicles!
Stanley, you
Wait, what?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
That's so. I don't want to.
Sorry,
Ah!
but you're in my story now.
Oh shoot! No, I don't like this game.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
No.
One might even feel sorry for him,
I'm not.
except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
So sad. I don't want to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his coworkers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
I have
It was
kids.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one
I don't
more
want it.
time.
Can I push other keys? Yeah, no, I have to push you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he stays here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I want to go to
And
sleep.
I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Oh, their keys are back here.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What do? What I do? Oh shoot! Wait, what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm confused. Did I just screw something up? Or did that...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Did I break the
Perhaps he
game?
wanted to stop by the
I pushed a
employee
button on my
lounge
mouse,
first,
but
just to admire
none of those
it.
buttons should restart
Wow.
anything.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
I don't want
left.
to. I don't want to do what you want.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Do
ago.
not jump. Holy crap.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
So do I have to do what he says? It reloaded again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to go through that door.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay. So what happens if I do the
Look,
exact
Stanley,
same
I
thing?
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
No.
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red
No.
door.
No. No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
No.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating. Stanley walked through the red... Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
No.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh no. I really don't like this game. I can't watch. I can't. Don't like jump scary things.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. It's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Good. I don't like you.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Wait,
Please,
what?
Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I don't want to jump. What the nuggets? I don't want to. Is that my only option? I have to jump? I don't want to jump. Oh, sorry. I thought I was. What is going on?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
Okay, fine. I'll see what happens. I'm scared though. I'm really scared. What's happening?
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
What am I doing? I almost feel like I have to leave. It wants me to go die. So, what's the point of this? What's going on? Is there anything gonna happen? I don't know what the point of this is. I can't run off. I have to leave, I guess. I guess I have to jump off. That's like the only option. That is so depressing. I have to go jump off. Well.
Oh.
Wait, I lived?
Thank God, you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
What?
There. See? This is what you want.
Oh,
This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Nah. I don't know.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Why am I supposed to jump off again?
No. No. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I feel like you want me to. I don't know. There's not. I don't know what to do. Ugh!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being
Sounds
happy.
awful. No, I
Am
want.
I reading
You
the
don't have any.
situation correctly?
I can't do anything else in this game. Oh.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I don't like this game. Why do I have to jump off? It's like there's no other options. I'm going slower and slower.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, he's so sad. Oh, he sounds so sad. I feel so bad for the guy. So what am I supposed to do? Do I just do what he wants?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Does
to
he
go to the
forget
meeting
everything?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want out. Can I leave?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Talk
of
with him.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I don't like that the door's closed. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he
No.
turned around and got back on track.
But I don't want to. But I guess I have to. Wait, could I close the door on myself? No. It's terrifying. I don't like this game.
Coming to a
shoot.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
No.
his boss's office.
Okay, maybe yes.
But Stanley just couldn't. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Doing circles.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin. the press of the mattress on his back.
Look
He
at
was thinking of
this.
a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I
Me,
wish it
I'm
to be
too.
over.
Doing
Let
this
me get
game.
back
I
to my
don't like
job.
it.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
No, it's not. I
It's
want
all
out.
I
I want
want.
freedom.
I want my apartment and my
I just said I
wife
don't have a wife.
and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am
I'm gonna wake up at
normal.
my desk, am I not?
Everything
am.
will be fine.
I'm gonna restart.
I am okay.
You're scary. I'm right here. I haven't even left.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss.
I don't
have
like
an
the
office.
background
I am
music.
real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
I don't like the bread. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
So
But then she
depressing.
remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? And it's never. And it's never. And it's. Oh no!
Stanley
Stop
knew
it.
this layout like the back of his hand.
Yeah, okay.
It was only a matter
Oh,
of
it's different.
time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, I do not like this door.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, fudge, I don't like it. Oh, it's going dark.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
I don't
So
like
now in
dark.
order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Oh, fudge. I guess I got to.
Oh, no.
Oh, fudge!
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this
I
way.
knew it. I knew it was gonna be there. That's not scary. What?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No, no, no,
And this
no.
time,
No, no,
suppose
no.
we don't wander so far off
No,
track.
no, no,
hmm?
no.
Okay, from the
No,
top.
no, 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 no. Ah!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I want that one. I don't want any of them. No.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! Oh, this game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Oh my God. Oh.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
It's going No. No! Like that room looked like a murder area or something. I'm gonna die.
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
No, I don't think
I
that.
know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place
Me too.
is.
Me too.
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
There's a line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Okay.
Just follow
Woo.
the line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
I have to follow the line. But I know, I don't. I really don't like the sound. Oh, please open up.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Me too.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. This music isn't helpful. This music's not helping. Holy crappers. This way. Nope. Not this way. I really don't like this. No. Oh. What in the world? Which one am I supposed to go down?
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
What if I try to go down this one? Is it gone? That option's gone now. Dang it. I should have gone down that way. It's gone. Bummer. Well, maybe next time?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Where am I supposed to go? I'm so lost. I'm back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Forward!
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
No,
We're
I like the line.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up
I
our
like the
own
line.
story?
I like
Something
it.
exciting,
I like the
daring,
line.
mysterious.
No, I want the line.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
No, I want the line. I want the line.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story.
Oh,
Well, it
and
could be anything.
in
What do you
circles?
want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh. Unless I'm just going back the way I came. I'm just going back the way I came. Got it. Okay, I guess we're supposed to keep going straight. I don't like this game. I want out. I want freedom.
Oh, no, not you again.
Hey, line.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Oh, I like the line.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I love how cycle the line is. Bye. I wanted your assistance. I liked you.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story
You're
is
gonna
in our control.
Give me a decision.
So important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Can I not go this way? Dang it.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
After a long time,
Wall.
the narrative's gone.
Well, who
For a long time,
consulted
Stanley
me?
dies.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do
Narrative
it.
restarts the game. 5th restart. Narrative
And the
forgets.
timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
You're gonna restart it.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
It restarted. Shoot. He doesn't remember anything now.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Right, both doors again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so the one we haven't
Yet
gone
there was not a single person here
was the
either.
way he said.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To be rich is a crime. To commit crimes isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have a pick just one. Okay. I don't want to go in the office. Do I want to go up or down? Go up. I don't know. I don't like this game. It's fun. Where's the narrator? There's no narrator. I'm so confused. Oh. So I just... Nothing happened? So I'm not even moving. So I have to go in the office? I don't like this game.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the
notes.
boss had assigned it an
What's the numbers?
extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This game. Nothing bad has really happened, but it's just I don't like it. I don't like it.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Guess I gotta go this way.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, that's the bottom. I would rather escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I guess I did die. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh no.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator,
What?
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
The game passed down the office to the 2 doors. Should have been added, altered throughout the development through the core layout. Wow. So wait, where's my... So office was here. Yeah. And the 2 doors. Wait, what does that thing say over there? I'll read that first. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches 2 doors in good time. So just the set of the 2 open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley design. Once the room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Office. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Button sounds. I don't like this game. Fun. Dear Nader, will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? How many endings? If the Stanley Parable is really going to let me go shopping, I hope we'll have a fine selection. The lounge. Creepy phone. In previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different. Oh! Dang! Wonder what would have happened. Meeting room. I'm confused. Trailers we ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development. Was this like the end or what? Like, I'm so confused. Exit. What in the world?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Okay.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...